So we're going to create another plane now, just like we did before. Make sure that it's facing towards us in the front plane. So if I just click on that and hit 90 degrees, so it's looking at us in this view. I'll get rid of the detail that's there now. Again, set that to 1, all the subdivision levels. Go to your settings on the polyplane just there. So it's just like a what we'll do now is we'll subdivide this and get rid of half of this so we can work with symmetry later on. So hit the connect tool and hit the edge here, and we'll delete this face on the left. Now that'll give us this one quad. So if you go onto quad draw and draw a few points out, you should be able to hit the shift button and make more polyfaces out of this. So just move this point around here, and before we do anything, we'll open up Hypershade and we'll create another material. This will be our modeling material, so to make a face a bit more transparent, we'll do the same. Just create a Lambert again and just call it modeling for now. And what we'll do is we'll play around with the transparency settings. So just put this to more transparent. So try to put it quite high transparency just now, and when you turn this into object mode and right click on that material that you just created and hit assign material to the selection. Now what that'll do is that allows us to see through the model itself, so we can see our reference image in the background and we can start making the adjustments that we need to do. So I'm just going to start making more points here, have some examples or references that you're using. So I'm just going to get some topology examples like previously that we've done, and just start making the eye. So I'm just going to create some topology around the eye, just there. So copy along, just follow along for now. We're going to try to keep this as simple as possible, because we don't want to have too many points that we're moving across. I would also say, just because you're using the quad draw, use the example that I provided in the last week's tutorial on how to control or how you can add more parts to it. So for instance, if I wanted to add a edge loop into the thing, I can hit control, and if I want to get rid of a face, I can hold control shift down. Just make sure that you're familiar with the quad draw options as you create these points and move things around. We will be using it quite heavily throughout this whole process. So I'll work on the nose, just the basics, just to keep some topology in the right place. So once you've done this a few times, you'll figure it out on what points to put where. Just add another one here and just make sure create a hole for the nostril itself, and just go down here, press spacebar onto the front view, because we're mostly using that just for now, so we maximize that so we can see what we're doing. Just I'll create another one on this side, pull this down to the part where the lip starts, hit control and shift, hit control to just draw that edge loop that I've just done there. And I'll just move these points around, add more. So you can see I've talked about creating the nasal crease in the past, so make sure that this topology that I'm drawing around the mouth, we're going to make it quite circular, quite close to the underlying muscles that exist in that area. So remember, the whole purpose of doing this is so the topology allows you to simulate what the face muscles do, and it's not like for like completely, because we're simulating the skin or the outer layer, but just the topology should be able to move in a way that your skin or your real human's faces move. So we're just adding these points, and we're not putting any detail. A lot of times when people are working on topology for the first time, they tend to go into very fine detail and start working on their lips or eye. So just keep doing that. Again, hit control to add that edge loop just around the nose, and I'm just going to connect this with this part here, so I'll just move that bit down. A lot of this is trial and error as well, so just you just have to move things around, modify things, see how things work as well. So you can see from that I've already kind of created on the bottom portion of my face. I'll just get the chin. I will next work on just the chin itself. So just this a little bit more. You take your time, adjust things if you need to more. You will be constantly doing that. So so just roughly get your thing, your models to also look like that. And we'll continue on in the next video.